Welcome to Numis News. The rare coin market continues to flourish as multiple records were broken last week in Heritage Auction's US signature auction. And it's saying some interesting things about the coin market in general. A lot more commonly available coins are heavily impacted by the market price of precious metals. Gold hit all-time highs in October, but it's kind of started to cool back down a little bit, and that's making people a little bit concerned about the premiums on some of the more commonly available bullion coins. But the rare coins market continues to flourish despite these market fluctuations. It seems that the high-level coins that are truly rare aren't being affected as much by the spot price of gold and silver. And this was proven to us last week by a Heritage US Coins signature auction. There's three sales that really stand out to me here. There was a 1915 Buffalo graded at PR 69, which hammered at $240,000. Which is a record breaker from its last 2005 auction. The highest it got up to was $69,000. So we've almost tripled the value of the coin over these 20 years. There was a Mint State 66 1856 Flying Eagle cent that sold for $192,000. It had a previous auction in 2004, which this is also a record breaker by about $20,000. It's in 2004 for $172,000. So we're up by about $2,000. And this is a copper penny. This has nothing to do with the market value of gold or silver. This is purely collector value. Another Flying Eagle. And the small cents are kind of popping up. I keep seeing stuff raising up in value in the small cents categories, especially the Flying Eagle cent. An MS67 Plus Red Flying Eagle sold for $312,000, where just in 2020 it sold for $240,000. So we've almost gone $100,000 above what it was just 4 years ago. And once again, it's just kind of solidifying that the precious metals market isn't necessarily indicative of the rare coin market. It's kind of an interesting dichotomy there. So it's just something to look out for as we move into 2025 and those metal markets start to fluctuate, but the rare coin market seems to continue to raise in value over time. It's fascinating to see. For the first time in more than a decade, NGC has announced on-site grading at the Fun Show in Orlando, coming up in 2025. According to an article from the NGC website, NGC will offer on-site grading and encapsulation of US and world coins at the 2025 Fun Show in Orlando, Florida. This will last from 2 p.m. on Saturday, January 11th, and the coins will actually be returned to you at the end of the day on Sunday, January 12th. You do have to pick up your coins at the end of the show. I'm not sure what happens if you leave them there. I'm sure they just keep them, so make sure to go pick up your coin. The cutoff for the regular submissions is 12 p.m. on Sunday, so make sure you're there and get your coins in on time. The on-site submission prices for standard, as long as your coins are valued under $3,000, should be $50 per coin, and the cost will go up as the value of your coins raises as well. There are a few coins that they are not accepting. I will link the article in the description if you want to go read through that and just make sure that your coin is allowed to be graded at the show. I will be at that show, and I hope I see some of you guys there. A very rare reprint of a 1954 $1 note from Canada has just been graded by PCGS for the first time. It's a variety of Canadian dollar bills that has the devil's face error. Well, it's not really an error, it's more like a reprint. Let me give you some background. The 1954 Bank of Canada series of bills was the first series to feature Queen Elizabeth II on all of the denominations. According to the article, they placed the face of the Queen on the right side so that when people fold the bill, it won't damage the picture of the Queen. But people noticed pretty quickly that there's an interesting thing going on with her hair. When you look to the right of the Queen's ear, the engraving of her hair sort of makes an image of a devil, like the face of a devil. It's kind of hard to see, but I'll zoom in here so you can take a look at it. This right here is kind of the nose, and I'm sure it's sort of filling in your imagination. This wasn't like an error, and it wasn't deliberate sabotage by any means. It was just how the guy engraved it, and it happened to look like a devil. They called it a perfect example of pareidolia, which is the psychological thing when you look at something and you can recognize patterns or a face in it. It just happened to look like somebody's face. But because Canadians were kind of upset about this, it really looked like someone put a devil on the Queen's face. They recalled the bills and redid the design so it no longer looked like there was a face on her hair. These were supposed to be reprinted and not have the devil design, but this one does, and that's why it's sort of a big deal. Before we complete this video, I just want to say over 90% of the people who watch these videos are not subscribed. So if you like this content and you haven't already subscribed, make sure to hit the button down below and turn on notifications so you never miss out on Numis news. We will also be live on Whatnot on December 12th, giving away gold at spot price. More info is in the link in the description, so go bookmark the stream so you don't miss out on the doorbuster sales. Alright, let's get back into it. A rare $1 bill with the serial number 1 was found in a vending machine last month, and the guy isn't gonna get it graded. The guy who found it, his name is Calvin Westfall. He's a vending machine operator, and he was a coin collector for a long time, so he knows that when he's taking the money out of his vending machine, he wants to check them for errors or cool serial numbers. That's exactly what he did here, and he noticed right before giving his friend the $1 bill for gas money that it had an interesting serial number. This is referred to as a single-digit fancy serial number. And the uniqueness lies in its singularity. Only one bill will have the one serial number. So make sure you're checking your bills before you hand them to your friends, because this guy probably made like $1,500 on it. He did say, though, that he does plan to just hold on to it. He's trying to preserve it for his daughter. The mobile game 8th Era is a free-to-play game. We're not sponsored by them, but it's been getting a lot of buzz recently because you're able to win certain rare coins just by playing the game. You may recognize this game from the previous 2024 Star Privy American Silver Eagle release, which is the first privy mark on a Silver Eagle, and it's the lowest mintage of a Silver Eagle, so it caught a bunch of attention earlier this year. But the whole point of the game is that you're supposed to be able to play it, compete with other players, and if you're high enough up on the leaderboard, you'll actually get real coins from 8th Era. These are NGC certified coins that are in different levels of bullion, different levels of rarity. Currently, once players reach level 6, they'll have the chance to win reward coins for participating in in-game tournaments. The coins have designs that are based off of characters from the game, and it seems like they pick 5 characters each season, and the coins come in 3 varieties. There's a rare colorized version, which they make 250 of, an epic silver-plated version, which they make 50 of, and a legendary gold-plated version that they make 5 of. With players in the level 41 to 60 range, get to compete for all 3 varieties of coins. It's an interesting way to, I guess, try to draw in the younger generation, but how do you feel about the 8th Era game? Have you played it? Have you tried it? Should I play it? Should I try it? Maybe try to win some coins? I don't know. It's an interesting situation that we haven't really seen before. And I don't know, it's kinda cool. That's gonna do it for this week's Numis News. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, comment what you'd like me to make a video about next, and I'll see you in the next one.